Hello there. Welcome to the episode number 14 of DevsWall. As usual, today we have a special guest. She is a software development engineer with around 10 years of experience in the area. Simple as that. I just want to welcome to this conversation Laura Aguilar. How are you? How's it going, Laura?
Hi, Hector. I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Doing good here. A little bit cold yet this January.
Yeah, it is cold.
It's getting cold, but well, it is what it is. It's just a small part of the year in this area that we live in. Just the cool part of the year. The rest of the year is hot, or or
Yeah,
so so. So
yeah.
we
I
can.
like I like a little colder weather, but not that cold as we have
So
had this year.
so you're happy now because it's cold, but not. It's not extreme here in Guadalajara. So
No, it's not that extreme. I think it's fine most of the days.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm happy.
anyone who watches this video and is not from Guadalajara, is not from area, this I think this is one of the places where we have the best weather in the even in the world. I would say it's
Yeah,
not. It's not, well. Maybe it gets a little bit hot on during May or June. It
yeah,
gets kind of hot, but the rest is nice. We don't have extreme weather. All
yeah.
right, so going to uh, leaving the weather aside, how's it going? I mean, a question that I asked uh, everyone is, how did you get involved in the technology area,
How did I?
and how did that happen, and how did you decide to study a career, to embrace a career on computer engineering and do what you do?
I think it was like a luck. It was luck because nobody in my family really was an engineer or had something experience related to IT. But my mom did bought a computer when I was in sixth grade, and we didn't have internet, so I just used the computer without internet, and I didn't do much. I mean, it was just Word, and I think it didn't have Word. It was other programs that I used, and I just wanted to learn how to use it. That's what I wanted, and nobody at my home knew how to use it. So in my mind, I felt like maybe I should study something related to computers. And when I went to high school, I went to a public technical high school that had a computer technician specialization. It sounds fancier than it really was, but they did teach me how to code, at least the basics, and how to create web pages and Visual Basic, I think. And after that, I realized that I liked it a lot and I wanted more. So it was the time to decide which career to choose, I was between architecture or computer science, computer systems engineer, and I chose computer systems engineering. So I mean, it wasn't that difficult decision because I wanted it and I liked it, but I didn't have people to talk about it. It was just luck that I got here to me.
Okay, so basically, your mom bought a computer, and then you said, "Okay, I like that. Maybe I should study something about computers."
Yeah, but I didn't want it to learn how to code because I didn't know what was coding. I had no idea. I just wanted to learn how to computer. And I at the end I learned how to code.
We're back again after these technical difficulties. So, as you were saying, you got in this IT area just a little bit by luck. You don't have, in conclusion, did you didn't have any familiar influence or something? It was just
No.
by kind of interest.
Yeah.
And would you, how do you feel now, 10 years? Uh, now that you didn't study architecture and you studied computer engineering? Are you
Well,
happy? Or you wish you have studied architecture?
no, no, I am happy. I am happy. I just sometimes feel that I am a little bit different because as my schoolmates, for example, they were really into IT or video games,
Mhm.
cell phones and computers since they were little, and I did have had a computer, but my experience with the computer was very different from them. So at the beginning, I did feel I was a little behind them, and sometimes I do feel because I don't play video games, but I like coding a lot. So I don't feel like a normal engineer. I don't. I love coding, um, and that's it. But I don't have a lot to talk about with them, for example.
Yeah, I think um, I would. That sounds familiar for me as well. It's kind of, and I think it's kind of a cliche, right? Or I don't know,
Yeah,
like to mix the gamer stuff or the geeky stuff with the coding things, right?
yeah,
Or
they're
with the computer
different.
engineering. It's kind of a cliche because I'm also, I mean, I do like video games, but I honestly I'm not a gamer. If I started into video games, I there are chances that I get like a, I don't know, spend too much time playing there. But yeah, I'm not a into gaming or streaming, or I don't consider myself too geek. And so I'm also like coding. That's it. Simple as that. Maybe that's your case also.
Yeah, yeah, I feel the same. And I mean, the strange part for me is that most of my friends, they are gamers. Like, I do feel like out of place many times, but I'm still an engineer. Like, it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's as I told you. I think it's a cliche.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
something that we're used to like relate coding and gaming and all that computer stuff. But it's not
Yeah.
necessarily
No,
tied
no,
together.
it's
But
not.
yeah, I felt that way. I remember I was on a meeting with some uh, also other colleagues from the same work, and we were on a kind of a virtual conference with together, and this guy just sent me a link. Hey, we are in this. They sent me a link to Discord, uh, and I just feel like an old dude because I didn't know what that was like 1 2 years ago. It's just something that we use for just hanging around and streaming and mostly for gamers.
Yeah.
So I joined. I thought, okay, cool, nice. And then the conference ended, and they what they do is just he started streaming. I was, I'm gonna start playing this thingy, and we're gonna keep chatting and having conversation. It's like a different new way of having like hanging out with
Hanging
people.
out virtually.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Someone
It is.
starts playing around, and you start just telling jokes and having conversations. Sometimes not always related to the game, but just uh, chit chat and having fun. It's cool. I mean, I don't do that, but it's I
It's
understood.
cool.
I understood how it works. I understand how it works. And it's cool,
Yeah,
but it's
I kind
different.
of have the same experience with Discord. Same.
But it is what it is. It's cool new stuff. But I don't know. In my case, I thought because of my age, because I consider I'm kind of older, that the new engineers coming around. So yeah, maybe I have a different,
Maybe.
a
Yeah, me too.
different
I
thing.
mean, maybe.
All right, that's really cool. Cool story. And coming into technical things, what do you normally do, or what are your strengths in the technical side? Do you do like any programming language or
Yeah,
any
I
tech stack?
yeah, mostly I program in Java,
Mhm.
um, back end mostly. I'm really right now. I'm kind of learning all the full stack stuff. I'm completely new. to this world. 10 years, the past 10 years, I've been mostly working in backend and with Java, and I mean that's it. It is a lot to take to move to full stack from Java, but I mean, it will work out at the end. I think I just
Yeah,
have to study it, and
I
I
guess.
like it.
Nice, nice. So basically, Java on the back end, you've been for so
Most,
many years,
yeah,
and now you're gonna do, or you're starting to do some full stack. You mean a little bit front end? Are
a
you
little bit.
using Are you using any specific one?
Well, right now I work at Oracle. I'm learning to use Oracle yet and some
Oh, okay.
JavaScript and all that,
Okay.
which I had used in the past, just many years ago, and it's so different to what I did. So I'm just relearning everything right now.
All right. So yeah, obviously JavaScript, but you're not using any of these popular frameworks like React or uh,
I honestly
Angular
I
or what?
have no idea. Maybe, probably,
Okay,
but
probably you will use it.
yeah, probably.
All right. And in technical part, how have you seen the evolution of Java itself? Because it is still a strong programming language now, but nowadays everything is kind of split up with all these new programming languages and stacks and a lot of and there's a lot of garbage in my opinion. But yeah, Java is still one of the big ones in terms of backend. But now we have like Python, Node.js, .NET still there, and many more. But
I mean,
how have you seen the evolution?
I think everything is moving so fast. I mean, it's sometimes it's hard, it's difficult to keep up with all the changes, and especially with Java. Like we have a new version every year, if
Hmm.
if not every 6 months. Uh, and the problem, at least with Java, is that, for example, the projects are certified to run in one version of Java, and we usually don't switch to the next version every year because that will require a lot of changes, like many changes. So it can happen that the programmers, we learn one version of Java and then we stay there for many years and we don't learn the new stuff. So I mean that is an issue for programmers. I understand that. So what we need to do in order to don't get old, don't become, I forgot the word, but just to keep learning and to be able to find a new job if we need to. It's just to keep studying. Like the certifications are good and they make you learn a lot by doing examples. So even though if you don't use it at work, you can learn just coding by yourself and doing the certifications. I think that could work in order to keep up with all the changes. And and yes, you're right. I mean, there are a lot of frameworks, a lot of programming languages. I think a programmer is a programmer. Like if you know how to code, you can use any language. I mean, you can learn it. The logic is in your mind, so I don't see that as an issue. We can always switch. I won't be a Java programmer all my life. At least I don't want to. So at some point, I will switch to another. Actually, before Oracle, I was programming in C Sharp. So I did my interview using C Sharp, and they interviewed me like that, and I learned Java while I was starting to work at Oracle. So that can happen. We don't need to be with one programming language of all of our lives. So I mean
Agree.
that is what I think.
Agree. Well, syntax wise is kind of similar, those two languages. But
Yeah,
now we have so many different options. And nowadays it's really typical to have those famous coding challenges
yeah.
for entering almost any company related to software. You must pass uh, coding challenge, either hacker rank, coders, whatever. Uh, but you need to solve something, and normally we are free to use any programming
Anything.
language available in the platform.
Yeah, actually,
Basically,
hacker
it's
rank
anything.
is really good for that too.
Yeah, it's one of the famous ones, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, as you say, yeah, nowadays it's more focused on the how would you say computer engineering itself, or software engineering per se, not so much on the tech stack,
yeah,
on most of the logic, algorithms, and all that stuff, which is
yeah,
good. I mean, I remember back on those days, interviews were focused on the tech stack. Now they're more focused on the algorithms and problem solving skills, and obviously communication. That will always be a key.
yeah.
But
You're
yeah,
right.
it's really cool. It's really, I agree with you. This is a really fast pacing world. This IT world, everything's changing fast, and you need to adapt. And the only certain thing that we have is change. And the more that we are willing to adapt to that change, the more we're gonna be successful. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with what you said.
Yeah. I agree. Yes to all.
Yes, yeah,
All right, now let's talk about a really cool project that you are part of. And well, I guess you will tell me all the details. I just think it's a really cool project. First of all, what is Technovation Girls? From there, we're gonna start. I want you to explain everything about it, uh, everything related, how you enter, what do we do, what do you do there, what's it for, and
okay.
everything.
Well, I started working as a volunteer in 2014. And the reason why I wanted to be a volunteer is because, I mean, when I was in high school, half of my class were girls and half of my class were boys. So it was like normal, like pretty normal to me. But when I went to university, there were like 50 boys and 5 girls. So the first day to me was, I mean, I was shocked. I didn't expect that at all. I was expecting more girls. And it wasn't bad at the end. I mean, I was scared to be a man, but it was fine at the end. And when I started working at Oracle, it happened the same thing. I mean, they were like around 100 men at the time, I think, and 10 or 20 women. So I didn't like that because I think we should have like we have different point of views, and if we work together, then we can make amazing projects. And I honestly just wanted more girlfriends at work. I mean, I was feeling alone with all the men. So when at some point in 2014, the person that invited us to participate was Maria Makarova, and she's from Russia. I don't remember exactly which place, but she invited us to a really cool program that will teach girls abilities to become engineers or entrepreneurs, or just be leaders in their hometown. And this is a 12-week program, and we should mentor teams of 5 girls that will follow the program through the 12 weeks. And after that, they will be participating in a contest with all the teams around the world that were participating in the program. So it was interesting, it was fun, and I joined. I was a mentor for 3 years to 3 different teams. And the issue with, well, I mean, what I saw at that moment was that the program was all in English. Like everything was online, but in English. And we're in Mexico, like public schools don't teach English. So my first team was a team from a school that had girls that speak English, but the second team and the third one, they didn't know English. So I had to translate everything to them. It was a lot of work. It it worked out at the end. They were happy and they completed the program. But I just knew that it wasn't going to work like that, at least not in Mexico, because it was going to be just for the girls that know English, and that's a really small part of the girls in Mexico. So I mean, at that moment, I just keep helping Maria and other girls. Blanca Moreno is one of the other girls that have been since the beginning there. And we were just doing events and trying to explain to the parents that this is a really cool program, trying to find more mentors that will be able to translate everything for the girls and to help them to complete the program. And hopefully, because the girls that could participate in the program are from 10 to 18 years old, hopefully if they had a good experience and learn how to code and how to create a web application, they will become engineers. Like, that's what we want. But it is challenging, because many parents are scared of the internet. So it has been a little difficult just to keep finding girls to participate in the program. We did have a lot of help from many IT companies here in Guadalajara, and more companies keep coming to talk to us, to tell us that we want to help you, we want to participate, we want to give you more mentors and all of that. So at one moment, it couldn't be just a volunteer program. I mean, we were just like 5 or 6 girls trying uh, to keep the program in Mexico. So Maria and Blanca, they thought that maybe we should create association, and that's how they started creating Mentoralia. That's a civil association. So the IT companies could come to Mentoralia, donate money or resources or price, yeah, just resources to try to fund our events and to give girls like more help to learn English, to learn how to code, to learn more about just the IT world in general. And I mean, it was a process that took many years, like 6 years, to start the association. And then when they founded the association in 2019, I was still a volunteer. I was not like an associate. And later that year, they invited me to be part of the association. And I said, yes, I mean, I would love to help you. I would love to continue working uh, with Technovation Girls and Mentoralia to make this program even bigger, and maybe someday we will have more girls in at work in the IT companies.
Nice, nice. Oh, so uh, going back to Technovation Girls, the idea of Technovation Girls, just as a summarize and see if I understood good, is to like involve more girls from. I mean, the range of ages is from 10 to 18 or
18.
10 to
Yes,
18.
yes,
So young girls to involve them in either software engineering or innovation projects.
yeah,
That's kind of the objective of Technovation Girls, to have like
yeah,
more I would say to have more women in the tech area or innovation area. entrepreneurship, as you said. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I have problems
Entrepreneurship,
with
yeah.
that word.
But yeah, that thing.
Yeah, it is a 12-week program that runs every year, and
Okay.
in this program they have like weeks lessons every week, and in these lessons they will develop a project that can be either a web an artificial intelligence project.
Hmm.
This is new this year, or a mobile application, and the project needs to help their community. So they need to find a problem in their community and try to solve that problem using either a mobile application or an artificial intelligence project.
Oh,
And they have lessons to how to code and to learn how to create a business plan and a pitch video, demo video, to sell this idea to for whoever wants to buy it, because this is like a create a startup from the beginning.
all right, nice. And then you created alongside with other people, I guess, with other women. You guys created Mentoralia, right?
Yeah,
Which is which is in Mexico. Basically, the would be a Spanish version of Technovation Girls. Well, everything is kind of same idea or similar idea, but in translated to Spanish, so it is accessible to anyone in the country.
yeah, yeah. I
Nice.
mean, we work with them. We
Hmm.
are not separate
Hmm.
them.
Okay.
We work with them very closely. I mean, they ask us what we need, and we also tell them what we need. But the part to translate everything to Spanish and to communicate with the parents and the schools here in Mexico, we take care of that.
Excellent. Excellent. And you said the funds or the money itself comes from IT companies
Yeah.
or from any other sources, or mostly IT companies.
Well, Technovations used give us donation like every year
Hmm.
to fund some of the events. And many IT companies from Guadalajara, from around Mexico, honestly,
Hmm.
from many cities. And also we have received help from other civil associations. Uh, at some point, we also applied to get funding from the government. So
Hmm.
because we are now an association, we can apply to get funds. So we honestly can get funds from anyone who wants to donate, or if there is a contest, then we will apply with our projects. And we do not only run the Technovation Girls program. We have been also creating another programs around um, the time when Technovation is not running. Like Technovation runs from January to June or July, and the other part of the year we find other projects to do, like to create new coding classes, or I don't know, like we find ideas to help more girls.
Okay. And you say it's a 12-week program, right?
Yes.
For the girls. How do you uh, how do you guarantee, or how do you have any follow up after that, or they finish the project and what happens
Well,
next?
they finish the project and they submit their project, and they go to around 2 to 3 rounds of judging. In these 3 rounds, they could win something. There are prize prize. I forgot the word. I
Like
mean, they
prices
prizes,
or
yes. and and we also create some events here in Mexico. We have one regional event in Jalisco, and some other regional ambassadors could create events in other states or cities in Mexico. And also, we usually create one Mexico Summit to invite the best teams of all Mexico to participate. And after that, we have had girls that participate 3 or 4 years. Like every year, they come back to participate with a new idea. So I mean, we have seen that they like it. They want to participate and they want to learn. So they can come back until they are 18. And after they are 18, we have had like some opportunities. Sometimes we get like jobs opening, so we send that information to them, or we have like free classes, and we also send that information to them. They still have some options after they are 18. So that's what happens. And we try to follow up, um, and we have seen that the program works at some level.
Great, great. Uh, so, but you have seen the program since 6 years ago, you said?
7 years
7
ago.
years now.
Yeah.
So okay. So
It's not the same program. It has been modified. Like Technovation has like a team that
okay.
renovates the program. Probably not every year, but every other year. So it is not the same program that the one that we started in 2014. Actually, it's kind of better every year. So this
Okay.
year is really good.
So the whole not the concept, but the activities or the whatever you're gonna do, it changes every year. Just adapts or to
It
any new circumstances, I guess,
Yeah,
or
it adapts.
it adapts. But in general, the concept is the same, or the idea is same, right? How have you
Yeah.
seen since you started to these days? Uh, have you seen any? Obviously, you just told me it works, and it's really great to that it works, and it's because it's really I think it's a really cool idea and cool project and everything. But how have you seen how have you seen it work? I mean, in your experience, I mean, you've seen girls involved there, and then have you seen them taking careers in software engineering or do other stuff or
Yes.
how have you done some follow up? I mean, I'm curious. I'm just curious about.
Yes, we do have. I mean, it is difficult to contact all of them because they are like a lot
Yeah.
of girls. But we have had very good cases when the girls have. Well, in 2014 it was like 7 or 8 years ago. So the girls that participated that year are just now finishing their careers if they choose one career in IT. And we have had girls that completed computer science engineering or mechanic mechatronic engineering, some of that careers. So we have contact with them, and actually we invite them to talk to the girls, to invite them and make them feel that they can do this, because that also has happened. Like I have seen that the girls, they don't trust them, that they don't have any idea the capacity that they have to learn and to code. They think this is a thing for boys, and it is not. It's just that they haven't had the opportunity to learn these abilities. So yeah, we do have contact with a couple of girls, because I mean they are girls. They don't check their emails. We have a lot of problems with that. They switch their phone numbers very often. That's another issue. So at what we can, it's like the contacts that respond. We have some of the good cases.
Excellent, excellent. That's really good to hear. this works, and hopefully I would think that this should be continue growing. Um, Now going to interesting questions that you just mentioned. Some I don't know. Some I don't know if it's a cliche or you mentioned they think that it's something for boys.
They do.
Why? Why? Why do you think that that
I
happens?
mean,
I mean, I'm
but
gonna start asking. I don't wanna be into some uh, as some weird, not weird, but uh, questions that may seem a little conflicting. But why do you think that happens?
I mean, there are many reasons,
Mhm.
many reasons. But what I have seen is that from early childhood, like kids learn that there are boys' activities and girls' activities. Like, for example, boys have Legos and they build things and they have video games, and I mean, all of that are related to boys. And girls have dolls, they have castles, they have makeup, and they don't. It is not that they build things or they cannot use Lego. It's that they don't have them. So because they don't have the opportunity to experience how to build a thing, how to just create a castle with the Lego. I mean, it's because we just had, or some girls just had different experiences in life. And I mean, I think that is what is happening. If boys and girls had the same experiences as kids, we will never think, oh, this career is for girls or this career is for boys. But we do think that. I mean, even me as an adult here, and I mean, and my job that I'm trying to bring more girls into this world, I still think some careers are for girls. And this is something in our minds, and it's very difficult to change. So I think that's the situation. It's not something that's easy to change, but we can do something about it. Um, for example, create a program that's just for girls. We know that if we open this program for boys, we in 1 year we will have 90% boys in the program and 10% girls. That will happen because we have had comments like, why can't I just in why can't my boy enter if his sister is participating in the program? And we have to explain like, no, this is a safe space for girls and we want them to learn by themselves. They don't need help from anyone. So I mean, I think we will at some point learn this. I hope it will happen in the future, at least in Mexico. I understand there are other countries that have a different experience, but in Mexico, it's just there are things for girls and there are things for boys. It's just our culture, I guess.
So yeah, this was this is interesting. I mean, continuing with these kind of topics. Um, I I don't want to. Again, I don't want to. I think I don't wish to ask any stupid questions or be careful of with this kind of questions. But just being honest, why uh, do you think? Well, you just explain that this is kind of part of the system that we have areas for boys, areas for girls, careers for boys, careers for girls, and something that happens since we are kids, right? We are kind of educated in a way
Yeah.
that certain things are for boys, certain things are for girls, and uh, and it's just fine. But it shouldn't be a rule, right? Maybe it shouldn't be like a rule, but it should be more 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 open, I guess. Uh, but yeah, it's something in my opinion, that we have to change slowly. Well, it is changing
It is,
already.
but
Obviously,
yeah,
it will take time to change, but we need things like like the one that you're working on to achieve it. Why do you think we have much less or many less women in general in the tech industry, in the programming world? Because I see, I mean, also I see that in the places where I have worked, mostly are, as you said, 80%, 90% are men
yeah.
in the IT world. Maybe now it's starting, the percentages are starting to get balanced, but in my experience, it has been so much more men. I remember I had the experience to also give training to different groups, and almost the groups were like, I don't know, 12 men and 2 women, or 12 women or 3 women. Kind of that was the ratio. Why do you think that happens? Is it like kind of same reason, or
I think it is the same reason, um, because many women are scared of IT, like because they think it is difficult. But I mean, on my point of view, there is no easy career. Like all careers are have their difficulties, and they all. I mean, you need to study a career in order to become anything. So I think the girls or women, they think that they are not intelligent enough, and that's not good. I mean, everyone. I think everyone is intelligent in the world. I mean, I consider myself not. At sometimes I just think, oh my god, I'm not intelligent enough. I cannot do this. And but I think like I can. I will. It will take time, but it will happen. And this is what every woman needs to learn. Like you can do this, and they can. They just have to study and just change their mind, because this is not something that is more easier to men. It is not. I mean, it is easy for everyone if you take the time to learn. And I think that it is just because they are scared. They don't trust, and they don't have self-confidence. So
but what
they
do you
just
think that? But why do you think that happens? Is it really? I mean, just uh, women going into tech careers, into computer engineering career. I don't know these days, because back in my days it was same. In my classroom it was full of men. Not in the university, not high school was different, right? Obviously, but
yeah,
now going into the university, which was really specific to computer science and whatever, uh, and that happens in the engineering world, or it
yeah.
happened back in my days, was mostly men. I mean, it was it was really, I mean, well, really not cool just to have so many men and few women. I mean, for us, because we were we were just the men there.
Yeah.
But do you really think it's because they're insecure, or they're not attracted to those careers, or because of the cliche of the engineer is
Ev-
for, or they find it boring,
I think it
or
is everything.
or
Like
everything? Yeah.
yeah, it's a combination of everything. Either it can be like they think it is too difficult or too boring because they don't know it. Like
Okay.
because they have no idea that they can create a program. And I have seen this in with the girls, like when they create their first app, and it is something so simple. It is a crystal ball, and they just shake their phones and ask something, and the crystal ball, which is just a picture of a crystal ball, displays a message in the screen that said yes, no, or maybe. And this is a very simple program with an if. I think it is an
Hmm.
if or something like that. and they are so happy because they created a mobile application that they can show to their family, to their friends. And when they create this first app, they want more. They want to create a new application or mobile application, and because they want to show this app to everybody they know. So it wasn't that they thought it was difficult, it was because they didn't know that they could create this mobile application. And I think that's the main, I mean, it is a combination of everything that you said, but it's mostly because they have no idea what will happen in this IT world.
Yeah, maybe it's just a mixture of things, right?
Yeah.
Because I also felt that, and I feel that way many times, and I felt that way when I was beginning. I didn't know I was gonna be able to achieve something. I was gonna be able to do a web application. I was not gonna be able to. I also felt it, and it,
Yeah, but it,
I don't know
I
if
think
it's different.
I think it's different. I cannot say that I had the same experience of most of the girls that I work with in Technovation, because nobody really told me, never, that I couldn't do anything. Like nobody told me that. So to me, it was like just I want to learn how to use a computer, so I will do this career. It was just all. But I have seen girls that they genuinely think that they cannot do it because they have received comments from boys in their schools that they tell them they are dumb, or that they cannot, that engineering is not for girls. And they I mean, if you said that to a teenager, it will affect them a lot. So I think that's
Oh
another.
no, yeah, we need to avoid those kind of things. And
Yeah.
this is, uh, I mean, there are no careers for. I mean, now we're in these days. It's kind of obvious, but we need to repeat it. There are no careers for women or men
No.
specific for anyone. You can just pick whatever you want, and you can be good at it. I'm saying that as an engineer, and I'm saying that as a man who is married to a mechatronics engineer. My wife is a mechatronics engineer, and she was graduated with honor. And I
It's for
can say
everyone.
that we are. I mean, it's just a we're both humans, and we're we can achieve great things,
Yeah.
and it's really cool to have these projects that the one you're doing to motivate and to uh, keep having more women in the tech area there, because as I told you, I gave training and there was so few women, and I remember the few women, the 2 3 women that were in my courses, they were good. I mean, they did at the end they did good projects,
Hmm.
and they were they were outstanding. I'm not saying that women are better than men or better men are better
No,
than
no.
women. Uh, we're just both good, and we
Good.
shouldn't
Yeah.
have those cliches that engineering is just for men. I'm a man. I'm sometimes think that I'm too stupid for engineering. Sometimes feel that way, and I don't know. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's really cool that you are involved in these things, and I really hope that this um, this whole project continues long,
I hope so.
and that we come to a day that we don't need these projects. I don't know. Don't take it the wrong way, but you know what I mean, right?
No, no. We want that.
We hopefully come to a day that we don't need this kind of project. That we need uh, to bring women like aside. Sounds really bad. Sounds terrible, right? But nowadays we need that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of
That's what we want. I mean, it isn't our mission, Like we want this to be equal between men and women. So that's what we want. Hopefully, in the future, like if this gets really good, we will need to change our mission and do other things. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this doesn't need to end. You can
No, no, it doesn't.
continue,
I mean,
and
and it
we'll
will take years. It
we'll
will
we'll
take years.
we'll keep getting great women in tech, and
Hopefully.
and hopefully, well, in all the world. But you are focused in Mexico, so we will. Now the tech industry, we need just a message to everybody. Just get in the tech industry. If you wanna survive, and or if you wanna have some job security, or you wanna, I don't know, so you want money, just get
Yeah,
in the tech
salaries are
industry.
good.
Salaries are good.
Yes.
Okay, you wanna be a millionaire, then you can do something else. But if you wanna do some good money, work-life balance, because the amount of things you do plus with the money you get is good. Now I'm not sure if this is just a bubble and it will explode someday,
I don't think
but
so.
not any day soon, I guess.
No.
But yeah, this is a message to anyone as well, obviously, especially women, because we're focused on this thing. Just get involved in this area. It's really cool. Salaries are good, the money is good. So yeah, we should take advantage of this whole trend,
Yeah.
and you won't regret it. This is really great. Anyway, this is actually in here you can see the webpage of Mentoralia. So anyone who wants to go there, you can go donate or participate if you want.
Yeah.
For all the women in the tech industry wants to help or be part of it, they can contact you, right, Laura?
Yeah.
They can contact you,
I can
or anyway we
I can
can.
send you our email.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember the email.
Don't worry, we will leave any details needed. We will leave them,
Okay.
or you can contact us, and we will make sure that contact the right people to get involved in this, because this is really great.
Yep.
This is really great. So I think before we finish, we can watch one of the videos from this, right? What do you think?
Yeah, can you show the one of the summit? I think that would be better.
Okay, the summit summary.
Yeah.
Great. Let me put that video, and let's give me just 1 second, and I am sharing now.
Queremos que nuestras niñas tengan la confianza de ser lo que ellas quieran. Buscamos un mundo donde haya equidad y que más mujeres estén en el área de desarrollo de tecnología e ingeniería. Technovation México Summit fue un evento nacional donde compitieron aplicaciones móviles desarrolladas por niñas entre 10 y 18 años que responde a alguna problemática de su comunidad. Te vamos a dar unos cuantos números para que te animes a ser parte el siguiente año. Tuvimos participación de 11 estados, con más de 200 equipos, conformado por más de 600 chicas, apoyados por 250 mentores y 12 embajadoras regionales. Tuvimos que elegir entre los 19 equipos nacionales que avanzaron a las semifinales globales, que representarán a los equipos más fuertes de cada estado y de cada categoría. El evento se realizó en Guadalajara, Jalisco, con 12 equipos, 35 chicas de 8 estados. Durante el Summit, además de presentar sus proyectos, las chicas participaron en talleres en las empresas de alta tecnología, Oracle, Intel, IBM, así como Continental. Queremos felicitar a cada una de las chicas que participaron. Sigan creando, imaginando y creyendo, porque el próximo año tú puedes estar aquí. Te invitamos a ser parte de Technovation Girls México y seguirnos para hacer la igualdad posible.
Nice. Forgot to mention it's in Spanish, but I think it was kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of obvious. Really great, great. All right, was um, I think just to wrap it up, it was really nice to have you in this episode, Laura. It was really great,
Thank you
and
for
I'm really
having me.
happy. No, no, anytime. Thanks to you for accepting anytime. I just think that these things that you're doing and the all the fellows that are involved in this, uh, your friends, that anyone that's involved in Technovation Girls, Mentoralia, it's really great. It's
Thank you.
really a great job that you're doing, and keep it up. If you need anything, help from a man, you can always find help. But
Yeah.
but anyway, I understand if
No, thank you. I mean,
any help is needed, we are here.
we,
Or anyone who wishes to help, just contact
yeah, just a quick
and we're happy.
comment. We
Yep.
have volunteers like men and women. That's not an issue. Like,
Okay.
we accept everyone's help if they want to.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. We'll be happy to help you any way we can. It
Thank you.
was really, really nice. We hope to see the trend in girls and women in this engineering and tech area more and more. And I'm sure this will be something that naturally is happening and will continue happening,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Laura. This was a great conversation.
Thank you.
And yeah, great, great. Thanks to anyone who watched this. And any questions, you can always contact us. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.